Could the Lakers be gearing towards a reunion with one of their former guards? And with all these trade talks going on, is it only a matter of time before the Lakers make a deal? What's good, y'all, and welcome to another Lakers Digest video. I'm your host, Okechi Apakama. And before we get into everything of today's video, guys, I want to bring your attention to something. There is 93% of you guys who have recently watched our videos who are not subscribed to the channel just yet. If you guys want more of that Laker news, like reactions, trade rumors, game recaps, just every and all things LA Lakers, you guys want to come right here to Lakers Digest to make it your home for all of it. And now with that out the way, guys, let's hop straight into the topics of today's video, guys. We got a few things to talk to today, and is a possibility of a reunion. So the Lakers have been linked or rumored to talking to a number of teams about a number of guys, and a good amount of them have been former Laker players, guys like Alex Caruso, and even more recently Andre Drummond, to name a few. But this name recently just came out from ESPN's Dave McMinimum, and Dennis Schroder, a player that played for the Lakers last season and even a stint even before that, has been rumored to be of interest of the Lakers. So according to ESPN's Dave McMiniman, the Lakers are interested in the Raptors, Dennis Schroder and Bruce Brown here. So this is very fascinating news, as obviously Dennis Schroder was on the team last season, but also Bruce Brown as well. So it seems like the Raptors are doing a whole fire sale and are kind of just revamping their whole team there. So it kind of seems like there's a lot of guys that are up for grabs, and Bruce Brown and Dennis Schroder being at the Lakers list here. So these are two very interesting guys here. Like, I don't see them making a deal for both of them, so it might be more of like a one or the other thing. But yeah, so Dennis Schroder on his possibly coming back once more is very interesting, because like we kind of missed what Schroder brought to the team in terms of tenacity, sort of like that point of attack effort on defense, and then also his ability to get downhill as well, as we don't have too many downhill drivers besides LeBron James and Anthony Davis. So Dennis Schroder's ability to sort of get downhill and sort of create some things off of his speed dribble and his quickness really, I think, is the reason why the Lakers are very interested in him once again. And then if they're able to get him for probably an affordable price, I think the Lakers might be more interested in doing a deal like that rather than getting out a bigger name and then sending out more assets to try to get that done, whether it's a DeJounte Murray deal or something like a Zach LaVine deal or something like that. But yeah, Dennis Schroder on his way back. So it's very interesting that he would want to be to come back, as it was reported earlier from Ramona Shelburne a couple of weeks ago that Dennis Schroder actually the biggest reason why the Lakers went from Dennis Schroder to Gabe Vincent for the backup point is because Schroder was actually looking for a larger role and more of an ability to do things on his own and create more offense, while the Lakers were more interested in Gabe Vincent's shooting and spacing ability on the offensive end. So now everything has kind of happened in like about half a season. We have only seen Gabe Vincent play about 5 games for the Los Angeles Lakers, so they've had that deficiency in that backup point guard position. They haven't had really somebody else they can look to as a person who can be a lead guard, as Austin Reaves has done some good things in that spot, but when he's the only guy doing it in the backup position, that kind of gets things a little clunky. And then the Lakers haven't been too good on offense when either like LeBron James or D'Angelo Russell haven't been on the floor. So those are two guys that the Lakers run their offense through, and they've kind of been missing that other person. They've been using Anthony Davis a lot. Like, a lot of the actions run through him, and he has really improved in that assist and is passing out of double teams, which has really let the Lakers offense flow a lot better recently. But they still missing that other type of guard that can be capable of doing that, but also giving them some defense on that side of the ball. So Bruce Brown and Dennis Schroder, two very interesting names, two guys who have not similar builds, but similar-ish games, where a Bruce Brown is a guy that can get downhill and use that floater game that he's really accustomed to and really very good at using. So like take a look at Bruce Brown's stats here. So he's averaging about 12 points per game, 4.7 rebounds per game, about 2.9 assists, almost 3 assists, and then shooting about 47% from the field and 32 from the three-point line, which isn't too great, but he's better in the catch and shoot variety than he is off the dribble. So he would be probably more in that role when he's on the Los Angeles Lakers, as guys like D'Angelo Russell and actually not even D'Angelo Russell, because it would take D'Angelo Russell to trade Bruce Brown over. So guys like LeBron James and Austin Reaves will be trading for a guy like a Bruce Brown off the bounce, so helping him in that catch and shoot variety. So he's more of a guy just to add that force. He's got that pedigree because he obviously has that championship last season, but he helps any team he goes to because he can just kind of fit anywhere with like a glove, where he can rather be like a guy who can be a little bit of a lead guard, or he can be a guy that is a bit of a guy that can be your main defensive guy, point of attack defense guy on defense. And Schroder can do the same things as well, but also kind of give you, like I said, that downhill capability, that way to drive to the basket. And just look at here Dennis Schroder's stats here on the season, and he's averaging about 14 points per game on the season, about 2.6 rebounds, 6.3 assists, shooting about 45% from the field and 35% from three. We know what Schroder brings to this LA team. We saw it last season. Like I said, with his tenacity, he's a guy who kind of like never gives up, and that really kind of fuels some parts of the team. So bringing him back, I wouldn't be totally against it, especially if it doesn't cost us too much to get him. So what would that kind of look like? I'm still not sure at this point, but with all these talks, though, of all these possible dealings and going on, so this kind of leads me to my next point here. Is there a move on the horizon? So the Lakers have been in conversations with seemingly a bunch of players and a bunch of teams, like I said, and the list kind of just goes on from Zach LaVine, Alex Caruso, DeMar DeRozan, Andre Drummond, Dennis I almost said Dennis Jr. DeJounte Murray. Just all these different players have all been sort of like linked to Lakers. Malcolm Brogdon, just down the list. If you just go down the list, there's been so many different players that the Lakers have been linked to, and it's kind of just making Laker fans wonder like what's going to happen next. So it does seem like there is possibly going to be a move on the horizon, and with all these players, whether if it's going to be via trade or even via buyout market. So there was a deal that went down recently today. Terry Rozier was traded. So a guy like Kyle Lowry, if we were able to get him in the buyout market, I wouldn't be totally against that, even if you can get some value out of that older version of Kyle Lowry. But with all of these moves, I do believe the Lakers are going to make something happen here as they're looking to improve their team, whether it's going to be that guard that they've kind of been coveting, that backup guard, or maybe another shooter / somebody who can defend, or even that backup bruiser type big, which is another thing they've been looking for as well. So one of those three positions are going to get filled to the Lakers. I don't think they're going to be able to fill all their needs. That's just going to have to come from different parts on their current roster, about guys sort of like stepping up and playing bigger here down the stretch. So I do believe a move is going to happen. How soon it's going to happen is really going to vary on the market. As like I said, the Terry Rozier trade just went down earlier today, and that kind of affects things too, because Terry Rozier was a person the Lakers were also looking to, and he only went for just one first-round pick and an expiring contract in Kyle Lowry. So with those deals kind of starting to happen and go down, I do think there is going to be some traction to be getting picked up here in the next couple of days, and the Lakers could make a deal very soon here. Whether it's that big swing for a DeJounte Murray, or it's a smaller move for like two other guys they've been linked to, Colin Sexton or Tyus Jones. One of these players are going to be making their way to the Lakers, and then we might be losing one of our guys, whether it's one of our younger players like a Max Christie or a Jalen Hood-Schifino, or one of our more established guys like a Rui Hachimura or D'Angelo Russell. But let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like, should the Lakers be looking to bring back Dennis Schroder, or even bring in Bruce Brown? Do you think these guys would help the Lakers out? Or do you think the Lakers should focus on somebody else on the market, somebody who more fits their needs, whether it, like I said, that backup reliable guard or that extra shooter or that bruiser type big man? But yeah, let us know down below in the comments. I've been Okechi Apakama of Lakers Digest, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.